So they start over here with some, I think those are supposed to be geologists. Either that or it's an elderly version of Brokeback Mountain out camping. You got explosives there.
Like oil guys in the background.
That guy, I think he's a surveyor, isn't he? That guy? I don't know what he is. And then there's a guy there with like a...
By the way, I said
hammer?
Oil geyser, not old geezer.
I think what they might have done, they might have paid tribute to the oil executives. These are the executives back in the 50s, 40s, 50s, and so forth.
Yeah, because those
paying
are a lot
homage.
of really, really old people.
Those faces are
an oil derrick.
I know those faces are old guys. There's a gusher. They didn't even put a derrick in. They didn't even drill a hole for it. It just came up, just popped up out of nowhere. And then they got the Grand Canyon behind them. I don't think that Grand Canyon's here in Oklahoma. I do not remember ever seeing anything like a Grand Canyon. Palo Duro's in Panhandle below Amarillo, but that's Texas. So that maybe that's Palo Duro. Maybe this is actually Texas.
Yeah,
the North Panhandle. Okay. So they got a Winnebago there. Oh, there you go. Litton Industries, Western Geophysical Division. And this guy in front in the green shirt is probably their exec. And he's got some equipment there, or that might be a cot.
That's a bunch of wires. I don't think it's a cot.
I don't know.
It's a bunch of wires and gauges.
And then some plumbing down there with a couple of hats by it. That hole in the ground right there.
It's their toilet.
That's the toilet. Looks like it's full. Okay, red trucks there. Dow Chemical. Those red trucks, orange trucks. I know. I want to get a very good view of this because this is historical in nature. So then these guys are filling up bags of something. And there's an oil derrick with the mountain behind it. By the way, those mountains don't exist here. We don't have any mountains that look like that. Okay, some cable. Because while they were drilling for oil, they were also laying out fiber for telecommunications. So that's the telecommunications network going in back in the 40s, 50s. No, I'm kidding on that one. They just have cable there. That's regular cable. Well, look at that plugging for Hughes again. Product placement. Cool. Okay. I don't know what that thing is. Okay, and this guy here. Again, another oil exec. I don't know what he's doing. Look in the background over here, and there's a pump. Okay. You know, something I noticed is that in this scene, there's no cell phone towers. There's no electrical lines running through it. There's none of the stuff that we would see on the...
You know, the guy wearing the suit he's 90 years old, is apparently doing the hard labor.
These are, I actually really do think these might be historically the executives of these oil companies, founders and executives.
Right over there.
Well, that might be Frank Phillips over there. Okay, and then, oh, here we go. Okay, there's the Tulsa skyline. Way over here is the Sunoco refinery, which is, I don't know who owns it now, but it's not Sunoco anymore. Sunoco refinery, then the Arkansas River, then downtown Tulsa. Let's see if I recognize any of that. No, I don't. That might be the Phil Tower. But the other ones I don't recognize. Okay. Pan out. Okay, so they're putting a pipeline in now. then that's I think that right there is a pig. They put the pig in there. No, that's just a fitter of some sort to fit those two pipes together. And then you got a welder. And then, oh, look at that. World's largest tank car for the railroad. It's carrying anhydrous ammonia. I wonder if that was a safety problem back then. And there's another refinery or a petrochemical plant of some sort. Farmhouse and barn stuck in the middle. Oh, Jen, look at this. It's actually meant to be done from down at the other end. Here we go. It actually is the old executives. There we go. There we go. It is actually, Jen. Harold Morley, retired chief geologist, Pan American Petroleum. Louis Mossberg, retired assistant chief geologist, Pan American Petroleum. George Clark. Yep. Retired VP, Pan American Petroleum. George Galloway, executive VP, Pan American Petroleum. And then Ted Bodley, former president, Mohawk Oil, owner of Wheatley. So yeah, these old geezers probably paid for the mural, or their foundations did. Isn't that interesting? And we keep going down the pipeline here. And who do we have on this one?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
See if I can get it without shine in it somehow. Nah, it ain't gonna work. An angle there. Walter Helmrich, chairman of the board, Helmrich and Payne. Carl Polk, vice president, general manager of Dowell. Matt Roach, retired president, Roach Equipment. Dell Jackson is the artist.
He changed himself backwards.
He did, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That's cool. A.J. Soliday, retired president, Pan American Petroleum. Randolph Yost, president of Pan American Petroleum. Gilbert Moore, vice president, gas sales, Pan American Petroleum. Lee Daniel, vice president, Helmrich and Payne. Reddick Van, designer for Hall of Petroleum, Smithsonian Institution. So number 9. Oh.
The black guy's off in the background.
Off by himself there, and he's the one that is the designer for Hall of Petroleum, Smithsonian Institution. He's the only non-white guy. There's no Native Americans, there's no Hispanics. Interesting. Oh, look at this. In his back pocket, he's got his chew.
Beech nut chew.
That's cool. Bill Flint, chairman of the board, Flint Engineering Construction. Blackie Clark, president, Clark Corporation. Ken Dowdy, manager, Toloma Gas.
By the way, Mom, we only have 30 minutes of free parking.
Yeah. Ken Dowdy. I actually worked with a guy named Dowdy. I wonder if he's part of that family, maybe. Brian Dowdy. I used to work with him. Okay. Ray Carter, manager, Toloma. Oh, I'm sorry. Ray Carter, retired president, Toloma Gas. Charles Milliken, retired VP. Amarata Petroleum. That's probably Amarata Hess now. Okay. Hurry up, because meter's ticking at parking. Jacob Blaustein, founder of American Oil Company, director of Standard of Indiana, which is one of the Standard Oil Company, one of the sisters, 7 sisters, when they broke up Standard Oil. Al Cashman, retired senior vice president of Skelly Oil. Rupert Hall, retired chairman of the board, Hall Investment. Lee Burke, retired president, Service Pipeline. Lynn Wolf, Vice President, Oil Purchasing, Pan American Petroleum. Ed Foss, President, Sunray DX. Yeah, that was an old brand. John Williams, Chairman of the Board, Williams Pipeline. W.O. Pitts, Analyst, Mid-Continent Oil and Gas Association. And that's it. Oops, pan back out here. And then they have a pipeline right here. That pipe shows you what it looks like whenever they